this guy. Yo, that is so loud. Where is that? Oh my god, I think San Diego is under attack, dude.
So you want to learn a new FPV trick so you can fly like these guys. But you don't know where to start? All right, here's how to get some movement in your FPV life. Oh yeah, and today I'm gonna be tackling the MATTY FLIP with this little guy right here, the Meteor. No, this isn't Meteor, the Air 75. Step 1, acquire a controller and FPV sim. I like liftoff micros for micro drones and uncrashed for big boys. Step 2, acquire more FPV gear. Okay, step 3, put on a Headmaster no talking trick tutorial on a second screen while you boot up your sim. Then replicate that tutorial in sim as many times as it takes until you've got it on lock, at least to the point where you're not crashing every single time. Step 4, hit the mine shaft, kid. Or flight field, hit the flight field. And go practice this to see if you still suck or if you are less noob after learning the fundamentals in sim. Let's get started. Yo, what the? I think I watched one too many trick tutorials. All right, so my sim of choice today is going to be liftoff micro drones. I have some issues with it that I'll talk about later, but okay, I think there's some good obstacles like over here. All right, so let's talk about the approach real quick and how you can ease into landing your first MATTY. So we're gonna find an obstacle that you can safely fly under, like a split S type thing. This is gonna work perfect, this tube right here. So here's how the MATTY is sort of dissected. You're gonna approach the obstacle, and as you're about to go over it, we're going to slightly pitch up and blip the throttle so you're kind of like jumping over it, right? Like that. Then we're gonna cut the throttle after our little jump and pitch forward while trying to stay as close to the obstacle as possible. Lastly, when the sky is about 50% of your screen view in your goggles, that's when you wanna bang the throttle, maybe not quite to 100%, but you're gonna have to feel it out based on how far to the ground your obstacle is and what kind of quad you're flying. So let's try that again, all stitched together. So we're gonna approach the obstacle, slightly pitch up, cut the throttle, and bang the throttle when sky is 50% in view. You can see my throttle control is not great on these. Approach the obstacle and do a little jump over it by pitching up and blipping the throttle. Cut the throttle while continuing to pitch forward. When the sky is 50% of your in-goggles view, blip the throttle to float backwards underneath the obstacle. Hence why I'm trying to learn them. But let's go ahead and approach it again. Little jump, sky 50%, there we go. So you wanna try to keep the obstacle as close to your quad as possible. So that was kind of a sloppy one. Again, approach, little jump. Okay, complete fail. Complete fail. All right. Lock in, Sauna. We can actually do this. All right, let's reset. Can we trippy this? Not really. Okay, maybe trippy spin tutorial next. Pitch up, blip, sky. There we go. So that was a pretty clean one. Maybe not the closest to the obstacle, but I'm happy with how I kind of rolled away from it in skater terms. I keep kind of bumping the bottom. Kind of steezy if you mean to do it, but I'm definitely not. But this is really how you do it, guys. You got to just sort of dedicate your sim time to a specific trick. It might not be the most fun, although I do think it's incredibly rewarding to learn a new trick and then like go bust it out in real life. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, like, it would be sick to pull a MATTY through, you know, 2 of these gaps. Like, that would be crazy. Let's just see if we can get it first try. Okay, not what I was going for, but we'll take it. All right, so if you guys saw my video from 2 weeks ago where I was sort of giving my first impressions of analog after being a DJI guy for like a year, we're gonna hit that same park because I liked that little branch that I was MATTYing. Talk to you guys once I get under the tree, which some of you told me is the absolute worst place to sit, but I'm doing it anyways. There we are, guys. She's looking beautiful. First up though, we got the gear, the chair, the $20 tripod, the phone mount. Oh yeah, let's get it. Okay. Well, dude, I forgot the drone in the car, so that would probably help. I don't think we're gonna MATTY flip myself, so BRB. Okay, posture check, yo, and obligatory bald spot check. Okay, editing Sauna here, and I can't deal with that audio quality, so I'm just gonna give some commentary while watching this. Oh shit, I have Superman movie playing in the background. Hopefully you can't hear that. Okay, I muted it. So anyways, this is the obstacle, you guys. And we've got a couple different places we can approach it from. A little bit annoying with the leaves because I'm having kind of a hard time seeing with the sun glare. You can see immediate fail. I think my blipping of the throttle once I'm actually in that little roll is completely mistimed. So it takes me a while to sort of get the hang of it, also trying to figure out what the best portion of this tree to Matty is, and I feel like I'm kind of making progress. Not great progress, but better than the first one. So I just literally keep hitting this over and over, trying to change the timing of when I get on the throttle. And everything I did in sim, saying like, okay, when the sky is halfway in view, man, that is so much harder to do once you're in the goggles, and I'm realizing that like while flying. That's what I was thinking at the time. But if you just keep doing it, I mean, look, this is one pack, and by the end of the pack, I mean, obviously I'm hitting the ground, but I'm progressing at least, and I think that's what you want to see if you're working on a new trick. So a little bit of an eject there to line it up again, and I just keep trying.
Obligatory posture check. Look at that. We're locked the fuck in. Oh my god, car just backfired and that scared the fuck out of me. Who was that? Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's this guy. Yo, that is so loud. Where is that? Okay, oh my god, that was like crazy loud. All right, so this branch is like easier to approach because there's no trees in the way, right? Oh man, if I could power loop that, I would be in heaven, but I don't think I can. That was 2, guys. Can we get 3? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think the thing I could work on with the Matties is obviously consistency, but staying really close to the obstacle. Oh my god, man, these cars are, you guys hear that? It sounds like fucking gunshots, dude. What the hell? Oh my god, I think San Diego is under attack, dude. What? Okay, whatever, we're just gonna keep going, but that's fucked, man. Dude, the posture is just insane. Okay, let's try one this way. No backflow. Whoa! Okay. That looked kind of cool, but that was not my intention. I wanted to just have a clean roll away, and I ended up getting super close to the obstacle. So really, guys, like, I think the sort of steps about like approach the obstacle, give it a little sort of jump over it, and then, you know, when the sky is halfway on the horizon, that's when you punch the throttle to sort of float underneath behind the obstacle. That still applies, but there's just so many nuanced little stick movements that the only way you're gonna be able to like lock in Matties is by, it's just by practicing a bunch. And that's what we're doing here. This is how I would practice any trick. I mean, if it was juicy flicks, I'd just be out in the middle of the field trying to get the feel for them. You know, if it was trippies, same thing, different obstacle. So hopefully this gives you an idea of like how to approach new tricks if you are, if you're starting and you're maybe not sure exactly how to do it. Also, like, this is pretty self-explanatory, and hopefully you'll figure this stuff out just with your intuition, but I figured it would be a fun video regardless to show the sort of process on how long it takes to learn a trick and all that stuff. Okay guys, really quick while we're here, the last time I flew here, someone commented on the video and they said that there's a secret tiny whoop spot, a 5-minute walk from this location. So naturally I had to hop on Google Maps and see what they were talking about, and the only thing that I found, which is definitely less than a 5-minute walk away, more like a 1-minute walk or less, but maybe this is what they were talking about. And I'll pop up some images on Google Maps here. There's a hotel, there's a crazy like walkway in the hotel to get inside, and it has all these like holes in the roof and all these pillars, which looks really sick to whoop. It's super crowded right now, but I wanted to do a little recon mission because maybe next video we can go actually try to get a little session there when it's not so crowded, like super early in the morning or late at night. But let's do a little recon. I'm gonna get a little bit closer and face my goggles towards that direction. And we're gonna see if, whoops, sorry about the sun. And we're gonna see if there's anything worth flying, if it's even possible. And if that person is watching, let me know if I found the spot. I told you to send me on a treasure hunt, and I'm wondering if this is actually it, or if I'm just like a complete noob and did not find the spot. All right, we're packing it up, guys, but check this out. This is the Newbie Drone Light AF Cockroach 75 frame. This is the new version. Weebleed one, the red, obviously matching the Gogs. But check this out. Check out the differences. So I'm ready to swap frames when this one is too busted. But I think this one is a bit lighter. I'll put the weights up on screen, but look at the posts here, the motor posts, or I don't know what you call these, but there's only 3 in comparison to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the airframe. So only time will tell if this is gonna just like explode on the first crash, or if this is actually, you know, more durable. And if you guys have tried either of those, let me know if you actually noticed a difference, or if it's just like marketing jargon.
All right, so what do we think, chat? I don't really have an outro planned, but this is how I go about learning like all of my FPV tricks. I find a tutorial, usually from Headmaster, put it on a second screen next to my sim, and I just throw on some music, lock in on the sim for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and then go practice that in real life and just rinse and repeat until it's on lock. So let me know how you guys practice tricks. Let me know what you think of Matty's. Is this like a beginner, intermediate, or advanced? I think Headmaster has it as advanced, but to me, there's a lot of way harder tricks. So I feel like it's maybe intermediate. Let me know what you think. And I also want to hear you guys' opinions on whether you think Matty's are easier with whoops or with like 3 to 5 inch drones. I can't quite put my finger on it, but they're really tricky with whoops, man. So hope you guys enjoyed. I have hair in my motor. Look at this. It's levitating. It's levitating, yo. Levitating. Yeah, that's it. Make sure you subscribe if you found this helpful. Blah, 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 bye.